I made my own notes after seeing your videos. So like after seeing your videos and reading through the modules, I'll make my own notes of flowcharts for each topic, which would help me. Like in the last week or two, I would refer to these notes so for the quick revision. So yeah, so I think your videos were the key to it. This is something that I'm generally saying is I was so relieved to solve those modules when I saw the question paper because in legal section, as soon as I started, I think like after 3-4 questions, there were questions which were exactly similar to which were those in your modules. You like apart from that knowledge and the teaching part, I think you impart such calmness. I even talked to you, I think, when I was registering for the course, and
Apart from NLSAT and CUET, another examination that is very important for 3-year law students is the MHCET examination. It is sometimes overlooked as well. But today I have with me one of my students, Khushi Jagetia, who secured 99.98 percentile in the examination with rank 8. She was enrolled with us in the full course for multiple examinations, and she is here today to share her strategy and let us have insights into her preparation as to how did she go about this examination. Let's welcome Kushi on the channel. Hi Kushi, welcome to the channel. First of all, tell us something about yourself.
hi, I'm Khushi Jagetia. I'm from Bombay. I've just completed my graduation in BCom, and I've currently enrolled in Government Law College, Bombay.
Right. All right. So when did you start preparing for the MHCET examination? How did you get to know about it, and what were your plans then?
So I had been preparing for law before as well for the 5-year law, but then I was confused between going abroad and here, and then COVID happened, so I had to shelve my plans. So I was already aware about the exams relating to law. So I thought after graduation I'll try again for law. So I already knew about the exam. As for preparation, I had been preparing like from October, little bit, like didn't fully get into the preparations up until January. So you can say like the 2 months from January to the date of the exams, that's March, had been my thorough preparation period.
Okay. 99.98 percentile is such a good score.
Right.
What was your strategy behind that? What books and materials did you use? How did you plan it out?
So starting from January, I mean, my whole I mean, I will not talk about those things before because it wasn't really that much prep. But from January, I knew like I had to put myself into this exam because there was not a lot of option and like there wasn't the time as well. So I decided like I'll make a schedule of everything that's pending and on a priority basis. And I made a timetable with proper dates and proper subject wise timetable, and I ensure that I stick to it because I mean at January you don't really have time to change everything and stuff. So I made a proper schedule. I made sure that I covered at least 2 to 3 topics from a subject in a day, plus current affairs, or if sometimes a topic can be too lengthy and you don't want to study more of that subject. So I decided if during those days, what I'll do is I'll divide them into half, like half a day for supposedly logical reasoning and half a day for legal. So if I'm taking a very huge chapter in logical reasoning, I'll take a smaller chapter in legal, and then I'll do current affairs. So that is how I strategized, planned my day out, and ensured that I don't miss out on anything planned during that day because if you miss out, then the panic starts and just everything goes for a turmoil. So that's how I planned my exam, like after January.
Okay, so that's like your a sneak peek into your daily routine.
Yes.
But like, how did you do the subject-wise preparation? What were the sources that you consulted?
So I mean, I had applied like for your NLSAT plus other courses which include CUET, MHCET. So definitely your modules were there. I for daily prep, I think I use those modules. I learned like how to solve stuff, how to solve questions, what all to learn, and everything from the module. For testing myself, I would use random online sources. There, you would always get some subject-wise, topic-wise MCQs type based questions. So I also got a book for logical reasoning to solve questions. It's from S. Chand. It's a very popular book. I searched
Yeah.
online because I wanted to practice a lot.
Yeah.
So I bought S. Chand's book, yeah. But
Okay.
overall, it was all from the module. And because I also took the NLSAT package, it nearly covered everything, and probably even more. So yeah.
Was the legal portion of it a shocker to you? Could you manage that by your own self, and were you able to understand what law is all about
Actually,
for the first time?
yes, ma'am. I think so. What I'll do would be, apart from the module reading, the reading part, the PDFs, what I do is I'd see your, like, you also have videos in the legal section, right?
Yeah.
So I'd see your videos for that particular section. So I'll study simultaneously with the videos and the module, which helped a lot considering I mean, you broke down everything with the flowcharts and the,
Yeah.
you know, you also specified and stressed on important things while things we could leave. So that helped me segregate also, like things to
Hmm.
focus on, things to not focus. And in fact, I made my own notes after seeing your videos. So like after seeing your videos and reading through the modules, I'll make my own notes of flowcharts for each topic, which would help me. Like in the last week or two, I would refer to these notes so for the quick revision. So yeah, so I think your
Yeah.
videos were the key to it.
Okay. That's what I also generally advise people that, TK, you're studying from any material, be it Law Digest material or any material or any book for that matter, you must always have your own notes, because what happens is, as you said, that revision towards the end of the examination, that is the key, and that really helps. If you have your proper notes there, wherein, you've segregated that what is more important and the less important facts are not even mentioned in those notes. That
Yes,
is
ma'am.
the eventual key, and the eventual preparation material that you need to arrive at after doing months of preparation. So that's good that you reached to that point. But did you encounter any difficulties during your preparation? If yes, what were they?
I think, ma'am, since they started in January, although MHSAT is one of the, I mean, considerably easier out of CUET and NLSAT exam for the 3-year law, I think what's difficult was, I think everybody would say this, with GK and current affairs, they are just,
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you're studying
Yes,
for 6 months or
correct.
12 months, they
I
never get over.
agree. I
So
agree. Even
I
this year, I've been teaching the students for GK and current affairs, and I feel so pity each year on the every new batch that comes, that kitna padna padega. There's so much of current affairs and GK for everyone to do, and current affairs too can be really endless, because it's for each
yes,
and every month that you're supposed to do. Plus, it's
supposed to.
so vast, everything under the sky. You don't know where the
You,
question can come from.
Yeah, and even like how they frame it, they can ask the name, they can ask the year, they can ask. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
it's
can
from
ask
one statement
anything.
from so many questions. So I
Yeah.
think, and considering it was for 40 marks, it's really something that dawns on you. Ki if you don't study that properly, it might be the
Yeah.
game changer for your examination.
Yeah.
So I think that was something that was really concerning. But I went through the same process for that. I made my own notes. You have the current affairs notes as
Yeah.
well. Um, so what I would do is I'd read those notes and then I'd make my one-liner notes for every. Supposedly January has 10 points, 10
Hmm.
current affairs. So I'll make 10 statement, one-liner statement points for January. I'll just mention keywords. For example, it's a
Hmm.
defense
Hmm.
exercise. So between whom, where, when, what.
Correct.
So
Yes.
this would help me, and then I said, I'll go after finishing my day off. I'll study current affairs for. I would try to study it for like 3 months. So I'll take January, February, one night. I'll do January, February, March,
Hmm.
and then the next day, I won't study the current affairs for the next 3 months. But your modules also have MCQs below.
Yeah.
So then I'll try to remember what I studied last night and solve the MCQs so as to know where I stand. Which it would also give me a little bit of relief because I was also getting
Yeah.
answers.
Yeah.
So that is how I tackled current affairs and
That's so
strategy.
great that you have this strategy in place, because I've seen many students, they get intimidated seeing the amount of current affairs, and I completely understand, because there's so many people asking ki, are these YouTube videos sufficient for current affairs?
Sufficient.
And I would
Yeah.
seriously tell them that this is not just it. This is just
Yes.
a peanut version of what exactly current affairs is. But
Current affairs.
you have devised the correct method. That's what I also tell them, that when you go through the notes, so each month notes would run into 70, 80 pages. That's what you're
Yes.
supposed to do. Seeing those notes, create your own notes the way you mentioned. Keywords, may what, where, when. This is very, very, surprising that you have understood this in the first go, because that is essentially what I keep telling. In fact, my many of my YouTube videos keep explaining these things again and again, because current
Yes,
affairs
ma'am.
is baffling for students. But I'm so great that yeah, you were about
Because,
to.
ma'am, I think though, I mean, you try to put as much information as possible in those
Yeah.
modules for each month. Like, it's not possible to read all those
Hmm.
modules before the examination. You need to have your own notes. I think having my own notes helped me. Like, I remember my center was a little farther away from my home, so I was studying those kind of in the car. So because you have
Hmm.
that book in handy, it's just easier
Yeah.
So
Correct.
that's, I think, making your own notes
Yeah, yeah.
really helps.
It really helps. That really reminds me of my college days and school days. I always used to have a separate, register or a pad that had notes. And the same thing I used to do, used to be revising. So I was one person who was revising till the end of the
Yes,
examination. कि अंदर से invigilator बुला रहा है कि आ जाओ भाई exam start हो रहा है. I was the one who was
yes.
revising. And ऐसा होता था. It used to happen that if you're revising up till the end, some of the questions that you just revised in the morning, they just land
Yeah,
up
and
in
we
the
just have,
paper.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I also do this. I also revise up until the end, and my
yeah,
friends are like, you can't do anything." So I'm like, "No, I have to read."
yeah, because your own notes make you feel very secure and comfortable,
Yeah.
and they take you to
Then
that position.
you get that self confidence boost. Ki,
Yeah,
nahi, I've made these, so I'll remember and all.
yeah, totally. And also, एक photographic memory generate हो जाती है when you're writing those notes by yourself.
No,
You
yes,
know, you've created a flowchart, so in the examination you would know, okay, I had made a flowchart like this on this topic. So वो
yes, yes.
recollect करने में आसानी होता है.
Easy हो जाता, right?
Yes. So then, what did you do about the past year papers and mocks?
I bought your MHCT module, test
Yeah.
paper, mock test papers, and ma'am, I am. This is something that I'm genuinely saying is those mod. I was so relieved to solve those modules when I saw the question paper because in legal section, as soon as I started, I think like after 3-4 questions, there were there were questions which were exactly similar to which were those in your modules. So although I read them whole, but even reading like the sentence in half, I was expecting ki, oh, this is this, and I know the answer. And it gave me, because legal is like the first section, and
Yeah.
like getting series of questions which it gave me such a boost in
Hmm.
confidence. I'm like, oh my god, I can do this paper because
Yeah.
like I know these. I've solved so many. So I solved all 5 of your modules. I had also like taken a book for like past year papers because I met CT, your mock was released a little later, so I had purchased it
Yeah.
before. I solved 2 from them as well. So I think I solved around like 7 papers.
Hmm.
My target was to solve like at least 5, like
Hmm.
2, so that I can see if I can complete within the time limit and all for the other technical stuff, and 3 to know where I stand. Like at least 3 to know where I stand.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, I think if you don't solve mocks before seeing the question paper, suddenly just overwhelms you.
Yeah.
Because then it's all something new. You've been solving MCQs separately, answering questions separately, but when it comes all together, it just shocks you. Ki, how do I go about it? And I did not want any of those shocks. So I solved all your mocks. I solved the papers also. So that helped a lot because I knew how to time myself. I knew how much time to devote to which section, which was my strength because
Hmm.
when we also got the answers with your mocks. So I got to know which was my strength and how much time should I revise on what section.
Actually.
So I knew my strength was English. So when I had marked the questions to revise again, I knew I'd like to give more time to those because my chances of getting the marks there were more than in current affairs or GK because it's either yes, you've heard about them, or it's no, you haven't. So I think it helped me strategize, which ensured that I did not panic any time during the exam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, so that is how I solved 7 mocks, yes, in total then.
Good. Good. All right. So, good strategy that you just shared, and be it the sources, the books and materials, as well as your mocks, wala part, daily routine, all is good. Seems like you're very figured out in your head how to go about these things. What would be those
Thank you, ma'am.
final tips that you would want to give to the students who will appear for this exam?
I think maybe start a little earlier. I think January was a little too closer to the examinations. Then you have to. I know a lot of people. I mean, I am somebody who can study for long hours, but I know a lot of people who cannot, and then they start late and they panic. I think starting somewhere around in November as well will give you a lot of control for MHCT examination. Start in November. You don't have to study like for the whole day, but giving like 3 hours a day from November will suffice, and I think people will get enough time for revisions and to solve mocks.
Hmm.
Yes, and plan. I think planning and making your own notes is, I think, another great strategy, which,
Yeah.
irrespective of what examination you're giving, comes in handy.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you give CUET PG as well?
Actually, ma'am, no, because I wasn't aiming for DU, and then
Okay.
I mean, then BHU was the only other one I was considering. So I just for one college I did not. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we
Yeah.
are so glad that you could make it to GLC with such a
Thank you
good
so much.
score and rank. All the very best for your future. And thank you for
Thank
taking
you.
out time and being here.
No, ma'am, thank you so much. I think I'll be very frank. Yours was the first page that I came across when I started researching again for the 3 MCT. I saw all your videos, be it on YouTube or the courses that I took, and it's just that you like, apart from the knowledge and the teaching part, I think you impart such calmness. I even talked to you, I think, when I was registering for the course, and I asked, ma'am, will it be enough time, because I was a little late and stuff, and you were like, yes, it's okay, it's absolutely enough time. uh and then you told me, like, you directed me like how I can get the courses and everything, and I just felt like I was like, what if I'm late and everything? But I think with your videos and your presence, even with while texting you for help for anything, you
Right.
just helped me so much, because I don't have any mentor from this field, and you truly helped me a lot and guided me a lot. So, ma'am, thank you so much.
I'm so happy to know that. It does happen that, many messages keep coming and it's
Yes,
always
ma'am.
difficult
No,
to
understand.
reply to them each and every time, but then I do make sure because that is what my purpose here is to not over commercialize things. I try to keep that personal touch alive with my students. So I directly speak to them and I feel so good when you guys come back and, you perform so well and you feel good about the modules, the mocks and the mentorship that you've received. Right? Really makes me, feel close to my purpose.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you really, ma'am. And I would love to stay in touch with you for anything further as
Definitely,
well.
definitely, definitely. That has been the case with many of my students already. So people would keep asking about internships and what subjects to choose and what to do further, how to go about the first semester also. So anytime you can reach out and get your queries addressed.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All the very best.
Thank you.